I
something to
always
develop?
liked girls. Actually, to find like digging deeper into my like, you know what I'm saying, sexual like desires and stuff, I found that watching girls kiss was the first thing that ever triggered me as a child on my tablet. Like watching the girls kiss was what I liked to see at first. And then, that went into deeper and deeper and deeper, but that was the first thing I actually enjoyed watching. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yes, I do like girls. I actually had a threesome yesterday with my girl and my boyfriend.
Oh, you did? Okay. Do you? Okay, Carrot Top. Where you from and how old are you?
I'm from Lauderdale, North Lauderdale to be exact. I grew up there most of my life, other than Jamaica. I'm 20 years old.
Okay. Okay. 20 years old.
Yes.
Okay. So you grew up in Jamaica as well?
Yes.
Okay. How you feeling today, Carrot Top?
I feel very energized, very grateful to be alive. Can never complain about too much.
I hear you. I hear you. At what age did you, were you born in Jamaica or were you born
I
here?
was born here. My papers could have been, it could be many possibilities, but I believe I'm born at Broward General. And
Okay, so you were born in Broward General.
yeah,
Okay.
very legal.
Carrot Top, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling good once more.
Tell us a little bit about your upbringing, Carrot Top.
My
How was,
upbringing
how
was
was your life growing up with your parents?
My upbringing was very strict and very hands-on. For one, like my mom was the type of person, she's like, wash your underwear, don't make no soil touch, you know what I'm saying? Little stuff like that. She's always been that type of parent. She, she's the type of mom to tell you to clean the grout, like, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I had a real, like, courageous mother, like I called her my warrior growing up. Like, for instance, I got baptized at 6, filled at 8. You may not believe that, but it's all about the component for certain stuff in your life, because sometimes it's the placebo effect sometimes that matters the most. You know what I'm saying?
What is that called?
The placebo effect. Like, just the belief in
Oh, okay.
something. Like, say for instance, my mom, she wrote in my back of my composition books growing up, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
believing in that at a young age is very powerful. Little did I know, until now that I know, people really don't know what it is to have faith. Faith is my middle name, right? And the faith is really the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen. And the fact that my mom like taught me to be that type of person, even though getting on certain drugs, it backfired on me, because they didn't have that intercourse with the Lord that you thought you had. You had this as a foundation. And that's why I feel like I'm happy that my mom even started the journey off with me, for me to get closer to my understanding of myself first and foremost, because we know that the Lord resides in us if you believe that in your higher power, whatever you believe in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No disrespect. But yeah, so basically, I feel like I had a great upbringing for the most part. I always thought everybody had what I had. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was in a big house. Everybody just got what the fuck they wanted. You know what I'm saying? But I really didn't know that until just hearing how people talk to me at school and stuff like that. Another thing that my mom, she was really strict on pants. She didn't want us wearing pants. And this is what I mean by the component of things. You know what I'm saying? You have to know what's right and wrong for you in this life. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So
that's
my
true.
mom, yeah, she made me wear skirts, but the overall message could have been bigger than that. But probably even just for this day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful for the way that she taught me to be, like, and
He taught you to be a lady,
yeah.
pretty much. I see you had a great relationship with your mom, it looks like. What about your biological dad?
Sadly, he's not alive. I have my father. He's my stepfather. He's at home.
Okay, and I'm sorry to hear that. At what age did he pass away?
A couple months before I was born.
Okay, so you never got to meet him or anything like that. Okay. Now, what type of relationship did you have with your stepfather?
At first, rigid and rough, because I was not used to being disciplined or counseled like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Even recently, we had a little rough, like, interaction. But other than that,
So he
things
came
will get
into your
better.
life after.
Around 2017 to be exact.
Okay, got you. Okay, how did that make you feel at the time?
At first I was really happy. I remember being in church that day, and my mom was getting engaged in front of the whole church, and she the knot in my stomach. You know what I'm saying? That anxiety. That's probably the only time I've ever felt anxiety in my whole life. Other than the time when I went to jail and, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it made me really nervous at first. Then she got married at Signature Grand. My mom, she's the type of person, like, she saved for her wedding before she got married. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a real powerful woman. Like, just the way that she moves is like, it's a testimony itself just to, see somebody come from losing their baby father to, she said she told the Lord if he helped her with me and my sister, she would just give her life to him and, try and do better in her life. My mom, she just got her master's in accounting recently at FAU. I'm really proud of her. She said she did it for me because even now I still have struggles with completing stuff. Like, just doing it. I think it's the deceit in the back of my head playing both roles, trying to tell myself, okay, I'm the type of person, I want to know why I'm doing what I'm doing. If it's like, I'm at a point in my life, you can't force me to do anything. You can't force me to feel any way about myself because I'm so good-hearted and I'm so clean and, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm so, like, what you call it, at peace that even when I'm doing wrong, God may look at me as, a person who, is closer to him than someone who's working every day. And that's about the meaningfulness to my actions and and what I say and what I put, the energy I put out for real.
Right.
And that's what I feel like it matters the most in life. You have to start there to have a successful, blessing. Because it's easy to be tricked and not everything will be forever, obviously, but at least we know when stuff are right and pure, they'll last way longer than the shortcomings and the short stops and the quick boyfriends, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah.
Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have 2 siblings on my dad's side, Ramon and Ramona. Sorry,
Okay.
not to put out anybody else's name. That's the only 2 I feel comfortable sharing. And then I have 3 other sisters. 2 younger ones, 6 and 7. Then I have an older sister. We're 3 years apart. Like I said, I was 20 earlier. You can do the math.
Did your mom and your biological dad have any kids together?
My mom and yeah.
Your biological dad, before you were born?
Yeah, I have a sister. We have the same dad.
Okay,
My 2 little
gotcha.
sisters, we have the same dad still because of my father.
Okay.
And then my other 2 siblings, they just have the same dad as me.
Okay. Okay. Your dad died before you were born.
Yes.
You said you have 2 little sisters, which
My
are
mom,
younger
she
than
had
you.
kids in her 40s. Yeah.
Right, but if your sisters are younger than you, that means your dad had to have been alive.
No, that's a stepfather.
Okay, step kid. Okay, there we go. There we
Stepfather.
go.
To
That's where
clarify
the
that, I said
confusion
I
was.
had 2
Okay.
siblings on my dad's side.
Okay, I got you.
I have 3 siblings in total from my dad.
Right.
My sister, my older sister, my other sister, and my brother.
Okay.
My sister and my that's older than me, that I'm close to, that I have description about, is the one that got the same mom and dad.
Dad's you correct.
And then
Okay.
my other 2 sisters, we have the same
Understood.
dad, we have the same father too, but that's my stepfather.
Okay.
We're the same mom.
How was your relationship with them?
I miss them dearly. They're in tennis. Keep going, monster. Like, it's all about them. I always say it's their territory. It's not about me. That's why I say people need to be careful what they do in this life because, it's always about the ones coming.
You're
It's
right.
never about us. So I'm really just at a point where I'm just trying to move in a way where, yeah, if I do take the wrong path, okay, I'm going to take it for this generation, for this one coming. You know what I'm saying? And make sense out of it, because that's the whole point of being yourself, is being able to absorb, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some type of good out of it.
Out of what you experienced. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Have you ever been married before?
Not as yet.
Have you ever been engaged?
I've been engaged myself. I've been married myself. I don't even play that. You know what I'm saying? Like, really?
Okay. Okay. So do you want to get married in the future? Or?
I feel like to be honest, especially when I get a lot of these like legal issues resolved, and you know what I'm saying, God's willing, because I know that it's only a matter of time. Because you know what I'm saying, I don't really even stress about it, but I know that I would want to focus more on my foundation, because I feel like it's very important in this day and age to have yourself grounded before we find a man. Because if you're honest enough to say, it's hard to depend on your boyfriend for food, for this, for that. That's hard for me. I'm sorry. I was 16 and I had a stepchild. I'm talking about I left the house, took care of a whole child. I'm talking about Western Union, Jacksonville, like whatever she needed. Her, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about no issues. But it's just like, it was acceptable at that time because I was 16, you know? The I was in a lifestyle where I was groomed. I went through certain stuff, you know what I'm saying? It really
Right.
was hurtful. Now looking back at it, but sometimes I even say, damn. But at least I was always good. But you know what I'm saying? That's why you have to know what's right and wrong to you.
Right.
And it's being able to do right and when no one's looking, that's the biggest thing.
Right. That's
And
true.
then you can categorize that a little deeper when you know yourself because you can't really talk to people that way because they don't even know themselves nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's hard to talk about marriage and stuff like that because it's all about what your purpose is and what you feel is important, what is right and wrong. That's all I can say about that because I don't want to get too entangled because some people still have political beliefs. Like you remember in the 1960s, marriage became more of a common thing, you know what I'm saying?
Right. It was
And-
definitely more common back
and it
then.
was for different reasons, so I don't really know, that's
Right.
a good thing to speak on.
Right. 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 Do you have a favorite color?
Red.
Okay, that's a beautiful color. Any favorite TV shows?
Um,
Past or present?
Moesha.
Moesha. Okay. Brandy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think I watched that.
I'm thinking liquor. I'm thinking liquor.
Okay. Carrot Top. Do you have any poisons? Are you addicted to any drugs or alcohol?
I would never put that out there. I'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? Especially, this is my biggest message for anyone who sees this video. Please know why you do drugs. You know what I'm saying? Because even when I got on the harder drugs, I went to rehab soon after that. And I remember one thing they told me at Legacy is whatever you put before your recovery, you will lose, right? So I feel like in this day and age, like I said again, you have to know what is right and wrong to you and what your purpose is. And I apply that to every part of my life because I just feel like that's like the way to go about it because it doesn't ever matter about what drugs you're on. It's about accepting the flaws and changing because when I was smoking weed, I was more depressed and deceitful than I am now. Like being able to talk so fluently
Wow.
and talk so clearly would not be possible. You know, being able to even sit down and be sober would not be possible. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like I'm very thankful for everything I go through in life. I don't ever want to put labels to certain stuff. Like, what is this alphabet we're talking about? Like, you know?
Right, right. Do you
That
remember?
open-minded.
Do you remember the first time you tried hard drugs?
Yes, October 26, 2023.
Okay, you remember the exact date.
Yeah.
That's rare.
Yeah.
Why is that? Did something happen on that date?
Sort of, but you know, I take all responsibility because, like I said, we have good parents in our lives and we abuse them first. You know what I'm saying? So the little petty stuff that come after is nothing compared to what they go through every day longing for us. So I feel like, you know,
What exactly happened on that date that made you use hard drugs?
I don't know if my boyfriend believed that I was already doing it or whatever the case may be, but I believed I was smoking shrooms and I wasn't. You know, I don't
Okay.
feel comfortable with displacing those. Like I said, I don't
Yeah.
use that as an excuse
Yeah,
for nothing.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've willingly committed my time to stop, you know, several times. I haven't smoked that for a year straight, and I started in 2023.
You relapsed.
I never smoked it for a year straight. Still, if it was because of jail, if it was because of my own will, you know what I'm saying? Either way, now I want to make it more of my own will, you know? Because sometimes it's walking the straight and narrow next to the turmoil that sometimes is what you got to do to find yourself. And that's what I find is working for me.
What do you think caused you to relapse?
Depression. And that's the biggest factor to a lot of the stuff that we go through in life.
Okay, that's understandable. Drugs is a very expensive habit. How do you make your money?
I'm multi-talented. I could talk my way into a lot of situations. But I'm just saying that I have resources for that. You know what I'm saying? If it is, you know what I'm saying, explicit behaviors or illicit as you would say if someone younger was watching this, you know what I'm saying? I know how to use protection. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I could say I'm thankful for. I got out in the streets and I was messing. I like to mess with one person if it's that on that level, like
Right.
that. You know. Other than
Okay.
that, all my protection. You know, I like girls, so if my
Okay.
girlfriend's not giving me money, if I'm not going out there and take, you know, because sometimes you get into that, you know, manner where you're willing to take the risk that you shouldn't sometimes, and that's what the case may be. I was doing hair at one point, but then I stopped because my spouse at the time, he was like going through it mentally, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of triggered him to do a lot of stuff. So I take all the responsibility because I see now that the innocent playing and the victimizing and holding people down, but I also have to step back from that aspect and say, yeah, but there's never an excuse to treat nobody like that because you're gonna do someone like that too one day. You know what I'm saying? It's always a possibility, and I feel like I hope the world can come to a place where we do wrong and we get over it and not use that as an excuse to be nasty. Because
I got you.
it's all bullshit to me
That's
because
true.
you're not gonna act like you're more loyal than this person, you know what I'm saying? When we all need to stay focused and get that money right and get focused. Like I like to do music. That's really where my heart is laid at right now.
Okay.
I may be ass still, but you know, I'm getting there.
Did you always like the same sex, or is that something
I
that
always
developed?
liked girls. Actually, to find like digging deeper into my like, you know what I'm saying, sexual like desires and stuff, I found that watching girls kiss was the first thing that ever triggered me as a child on my tablet. Like watching the girls kiss was what I liked to see at first. And then, you know, that went into deeper and deeper and deeper, but that was the first thing I actually enjoyed watching. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yes, I do like girls. I actually had a threesome yesterday with my girl and my boyfriend.
Oh, you did? Okay. Do you remember the first time you ever slept with the same sex?
16.
Oh, so you were quite young.
Yeah.
Okay. Was she a girlfriend, or was just?
She was my working partner. Like I said, I got out in the streets and it was always about my money, being consistent, and talking about on perk slum week, he playing with my sleep type shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was my girlfriend, but we was really focused on that money too.
Did she come on to you, or did you advance on her first?
It was a weird situation. At first, I was told that that was his best friend, which came out later on that was not his best friend. And from there, it was more of a like, you're gonna fuck him when you fuck him. I'm gonna fuck him when I fuck him. You know what I'm saying? But we're getting this money. I don't fucking like you, bitch, for real. But you know what I'm saying? We might get that tipsy, and might get that drunk. You shut the coochie every now and then. That's it. You know?
Okay.
Let the juice know what's up.
Okay. So you enjoy threesomes?
Yeah.
You do. How often would you say you do threesomes?
It's not my forte. I like to be in love.
Okay. So are you in a relationship with the female or the male?
I'm always focused with my bitches. You know what I'm saying? And I
Okay.
want the men to be like that also. I always feel like it's important. If you're not at a point where you're stable, loyal, and fully committed to whatever you're doing and everything you're doing, with purpose and with a clear conscience and sober minded, I feel like it's best for you to just leave people alone in this day and age. And if you're not, find your crowd that rolls with those punches, but don't come and cross contaminate with people who are really pure, like me at one point that got fucked over. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm happy that I have the Lord first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people is not that lucky to be saved and, you know, prayed over and baptized and all of that stuff.
That's true.
So it's really important for people to understand themselves and their actions because it really affects a lot of people.
So you've always been a spiritual person?
I've always been a believer of something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I always had to feel like I had a greater intuition, not intuition per se, but like intuitive, you know what I mean? Like I felt like I always had some type of belief that set me above.
Right.
You know, like I said, my mom was writing, I can do all things through Christ in the back of my notebook since I was little. And believing that as a child is a powerful thing to believe.
Right.
Like, for real, it is. Like, a bitch don't understand. I'm telling you that I can do whatever the fuck
Right.
from when I'm like a little kid.
Right.
So,
I got you.
yeah.
Yeah. So did you finish high school?
I could say I completed. I got completion, but I'm really in the process of trying to get full diploma situated because I've always got into a situation where I can never walk the stage. It's like I hate that for me, but yeah, I was in dual enrollment in 10th grade. I didn't really carry out with those classes, and that's a lot of time that COVID started. You know, I was on Terraville Online. Then it went to ATC, and then it was like, you know,
Yeah.
always something that was a temptation or hindering or like a barrier where I feel like I wasn't getting the right chance to be myself. Like I was in 8th grade getting tests on the computer with a cloth over my hand to type.
Wow.
Like, you know, tests. Like, you know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
type of skills I was getting to, you know, master. Like I have my completion in Word, PowerPoint, Excel. Like, you know, I could be in the office, you know, I
Doing
could
your
type
thing.
56 words per minute.
Right.
And you know, yeah, I'm really good at those type of stuff, you know.
Any college?
Like I said, I did dual enrollment and I was in legal administration
ATC.
at ATC.
Okay,
So Miss
okay.
Covington knows what's up.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
got it. Thank you.
That's
Windy
about
today.
time.
Windy today. All right. With that, we need to. One last question before we go.
Okay.
What's your plans for the future?
It's to be more sober minded and more spiritual in my beliefs.
Okay. And as far as plans, do you plan on going to rehab maybe, or?
I've gone to rehab, and like I said, you have to know what's right and wrong for you. That's what the whole initiative of just knowing what your initiative is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So
you
it's
have
not-
to find a way to redefine every word you thought you knew, because it's never that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Got you.
It's Carrot Top, Big Top Hunter.
Carrot Top.
I'm not a city girl. This pussy is fat for real. And have a good day.
1 second.
Oh,
Carrot Top.
bitch, you gotta cut that last part.
1 second.
Okay, go back.
Yeah, I want to do a closing. Carrot Top,
Yes,
I appreciate you taking the time
yes.
and allow me to pick your brain and see what your life was about.
Okay.
Hopefully we could do a part 2
Definitely.
in the near future, and you could give us an update on how wonderful your life is going from there.
Thank you. This is a great therapy, y'all. Look out for that red Nissan.
We will.
Okay.